Hey guys and gals, friends of YouTube, Low to Fly Helis here. Just a maiden flight video of my Cessna 182. We went down to the flying field yesterday. We didn't get to fly a whole lot. The wind was really bad. It was 10 to 13, 14 mile an hour with 20 mile an hour gusts most of the day, so we only flew probably 3 or 4 flights. But anyway, I flew my Cessna. It flew very well. And just want to tell you a few little things about it. I'm sorry I didn't do a build video on this. I was going to, and I got to piddling on it here a while back, and before I realized it, I'd had half of it done and didn't film any of it, so I just went ahead and built it. But I do want to tell you a few things about it. So let me show you what I got here. This kit is built pretty decent as far as the frame. I had my friend Ken look it over really good. He's a builder. Builds from scratch all the time, and he said the framework in it was built good. It was reinforced where it needed to be, and this and that. I did add some glue to a few places to strengthen it up. They don't get overly carried away with their glue, that's for sure. The windshield was loose on it. I put these screws in there to hold it down. The glue they put on this apparently is not very good, so I'm gonna have to use canopy glue and glue that back down. It came loose, but anyway, this model is made by VMAR out of British Columbia, Canada. I got it because I love the green color scheme. I didn't want the red one. That's all you can find is the red, so I got this one. The build on it went together very well. All the pieces fit good and everything. There's just a few things I don't like about it. One, it comes with these chintzy little plastic wheel pants. You know, I feel like they should have at least put fiberglass wheel pants with it. And the cowl is fiberglass, but it's not painted. I mean, the white is painted, but the stripes are not. It comes with these little sticker sheets, and the stickers don't even come close to matching the color on the fuselage. So I'm going to take those off at some point and paint this. And also, the sticker that went on top, instead of the black stripe right here, it had a blue stripe, and the rest of it's black. So I had a black stripe over that. These are holding pretty good on the cowl. The ones I put on the plastic wheel pants, the green ones already come off of every single one of them, so I'm just going to take those off. What I'm going to do is try to find some fiberglass ones later on from a different Cessna and sand them down and paint them to match this. But everything did go together well and fits really good. The balance point on it was 78 to 85 millimeters back from the leading edge. I set it at 82 right in the middle, and this thing flew absolutely beautiful. It was just perfect. Now, here's the other problem I had. Okay, it's got little 2.5-inch tires on it, which I have some of those on other planes, but the problem is, see how much clearance there is between the wheel pant and the ground? I flew it 3 times, and all 3 times when I come into land, even trying to keep the nose up, this grass would catch on this front wheel pant and kind of twist the wheel, and it would flip. I flipped it over upside down and flipped up on its nose and flopped it on its top every single time I tried to land it. The good thing is, I can tell you, is the tail section is strong as an ox. I mean, it's solid as a rock back there. It didn't crack nothing, didn't loosen anything or anything from slapping it on the ground. So anyway, all in all, I do like the model. There's some chintzy parts of it that I didn't like, but all in all, it flies very well, and the build did go pretty smooth. Not any problems or anything. So I'm happy with that. I'm going to change these tires out to 3-inch. I have enough clearance. There's plenty of big opening in the bottom of the wheel pants, and I think I got enough height. I'm going to put 3-inch tires on it, and if I have to, I can shave a little bit off the bottom of this, but I got to get that up out of the grass. I really want to leave them on there because I like scale planes, and it just looks terrible without them, so I'm hoping to leave them on there. But I think these 3-inch tires are going to make the difference, and we'll try it again. But anyway, let me show you the video, what we got on the flights, and it took off and flew really well. I just had a problem landing it because the grass was catching on this front wheel, and it would just flip it over. But anyway, here's video. The engine that I chose in this, it's a 40 to 46 2-stroke, or I believe 52 to 70 4-stroke. I have an OS 70 4-stroke that my friend Ken gave me this engine, and it has tons of power. I flew it around for the most part at a 1/4 throttle, and you hit full throttle on it, and this thing just screams across the sky. So it's got tons and tons of power with that 74-stroke on it. I'm really happy with that. One more thing that I like, but I don't care for. This company really brags up their covering, and in my opinion, it's not a good covering. It's kind of thin. There's several places I had to iron down. It's loose. So the first thing you're going to want to do if you get this is go over some places, the edge of the lead, the ailerons and places like that. I had to seal it down around the edges and place. It did come with some foam right here for the wing to set on. I was kind of impressed with that. But as far as the covering, all of the little door hinges and outlines and all the rivet lines are all embedded into the covering itself. Now, if you crash this or damage it in any way, there's no way you're going to be able to replace any covering and match this. I have not checked yet to see if you can buy a roll of this. I don't know. If you can buy a roll of this covering for this plane, then you could cut out the little piece that fits here, and that's the only way you could match it. But I need to get on the company's website and check on that and see. The other thing I forgot to mention is if you do buy one of these kits, they do not come with a manual. What you have to do is get back on their website on the plane, pull the plane up, and I can't remember exactly how to do it. I had to go through 2 or 3 pages to get to it. But anyway, you'll find on there where you can pull up a manual on a PDF file, and I just downloaded that to my computer, and then while I was building it, I just pulled it up on the screen. But it does not come with a paper manual. You have to download that from the company. But still, that's no problem. So anyway. There's no Skyline 182. A little bit windy out here. I've had wind up to about 16 to 20 mile an hour. 21 mile an hour at one point. It's kind of calmed down here for a little bit. But we still are getting some gust. Whew. What do you think, Brian? Well, no guts, no glory. Did you bring a trash bag? No. I've got one. I carry one all the time. I need it. Let me set a timer right quick. Which is kind of scary and kind of sad. You set it for an hour? Your timer? 10 minutes. 10 minutes on the timer. But I know it'll fly at 20. Thinks it'll fly at 20, so we'll see what happens here. She's in the air. And now I've lost it. Well, that didn't last long for me to stay on it. Oh, there it is, barely. You're flying up there where I fly, Terry. I'm trying to trim it out. I know you are. I'm giving you heck. Sure scoots along. Buzzards, get out of here. I think I'm getting a lot of I think I'm getting a lot of sky here. I'll get it down a little lower here in a minute. I'm gonna fill it out. Oh, that's fine. Just fly it. I'm just trying to see it. That looks like it's flying good though, Terry. too bad, doesn't it?
No, it's a pussycat.
Man, this floating good. Doesn't have too much. Let's see what the rudder's doing. Okay, the rudder doesn't want to throw it. That's good. I can turn it with the rudder real easy. Oh, good. I'll be able to tail slide it around over here. Set that tree line there, though. I think I'll be able to get it down now that wind if it stays diving.
It's not bad right now.
Definitely needs way more throw than what the book calls for. I thought that sounded ridiculous.
Yeah, it was awful light on the throws when you were telling me that. That'll get you in trouble too.
Yeah, it will, but you're afraid to go too high, you know, it may be a real sensitive...
Yeah, it could be. Make sure
right.
one, yeah, it can make them.
I mean, I'm at a little over quarter throttle right there.
Yeah, it's flying good.
That thing's got tons of power.
Looks good.
I'm going to do a couple of flybys now, so wind's a little bit. Well, I'll listen to that.
Yeah, just when you said that, it came up, didn't it?
It does float good, though. It didn't seem to have a tip stall bad. I heard a couple of people say they did.
Seems not to be flying too bad.
Oh, yeah. I know that. So you're right across the street. Just down the street from you.
Sounds good.
It does. It's a good little engine.
I had in my mind you were a bird.
Little haul butt.
Yeah, scoot.
Golly, that thing's screaming. That's full throttle.
I'll be bringing my food with you. On my own car, hopefully. Wow.
Nice.
Wow, that was amazing. I'd have not thought it had turned over that fast.
Got pretty good aileron authority. Way too hot.
Got a touch and go out of it.
Go.
And yes, Terry, I caught that.
You got it?
Yeah, I got it.
There you go, guys. Cessna 182 maiden flight. A little rough on the landing there, but did it all 3 times I landed it, so I'm gonna have to get these wheels changed out. But anyway, a couple other things I wanted to mention. It floats in very nicely, hardly any tip stall tendencies at all. One thing in the book, set the throws higher than what the book calls for. I think the elevator called for like 8 millimeters on low rates and 11 on high. I doubled that. I more than doubled it, and it flies a lot better. Ailerons were pretty close. I only went up, I want to say, I can't remember, I think it was, like 9 millimeters and then 13 on high, and I went up about 3 to 4 millimeters each on those, and it's got good aileron authority and everything, and now the elevator does too, but it just didn't have enough elevator. It needed a lot more than what the book calls for, and the rudder throws are pretty good, so all that works good. It will do an excellent tail slide. You can give it full left rudder and just a little bit of right aileron, and it'll just slide that tail around there, and you can line up to the runway real easy on a sharp turn. So very happy with it. Flies great. Y'all, thanks for watching.